Hey everybody, it's DJ, aka RaisorBlade. I'm making this video because I have something that I want to talk about, and really there's no way to sugarcoat it, so I'm just gonna come out and say it. The swipe review is not happening. It's just not gonna happen because, I finished it, like it's done, but at the same time, after watching it from start to finish, I'm really just not happy with how it turned out. So if you know about the movie Swiped, if you know about its history and everything, and how it's been kind of a popular movie to talk about the last month or two, you'll know that the creator of the film, Anne Fishman, was, she was caught doing some pretty terrible things. She was, like, harassing people. She was attacking critics and everything. It's very much another Daddy Derek situation. And the majority of the review is targeted towards her a lot. And like, I know that's gonna sound weird because we've done this before a lot. Like with Cool Cats Hates the Kids, we like to kind of poke fun at the creators who like to act this way and stuff like that. And it's not that I'm against calling people out when they do something terrible. Like, I do it all the time, actually. But really, I think this review got a little carried away with it. Like, to the point where it's less a review about the movie and more just telling Anne Fishman to go fuck herself. And it's not like... again, it's not like I don't think she doesn't deserve that. She clearly does. But I think the point of the review should be more about the movie rather than the creator, so to speak. I get that the creator and her reaction towards criticism is a very important aspect to talking about the movie. But with that being said, the review should be more about the movie, less about things surrounding the movie, so to speak. Or at the very least, things that really don't have much to do with the movie overall. Like, if it was like talking about like the development of a movie or the production or something, that's one thing. But to talk about how a creator behaves outside of the movie, even if it is related to the movie, really does, when you really think about it, like, you can separate Anne Fishman's actions from the movie itself. Like, again, nobody heard about Swiped really until after she started attacking people and critics and everything like that. Again, there are plenty of reviews that do talk about the movie itself without bringing Anne's actions up at all, mainly because they didn't happen yet. But that still doesn't change the fact that this review kind of got away from the original point. I wanted to talk about Swipe because it's a terrible movie, but it kind of got away from me, and I just started shitting on Anne, like, constantly, and again, it's not like I don't think she doesn't deserve it, but that's not what the review should be about. The review should not be about shitting on somebody, even if they do kind of deserve it. It should be about talking about a movie and being entertaining and being engaging for you guys, and that's what I want my reviews to be. That's what I've always wanted them to be. My reviews were never about insulting people or making fun of anybody particularly. And like with my Dragon Ball Evolution review, I made a joke that offended some people, and for that I'm very sorry. That was never the intention. I did not mean to offend anybody, and I'm so sorry for that. Again, the entire point of my reviews is just to have fun, be this kind of cynical asshole and everything, be this character and stuff like that, but that's not who I really am. So, like, I just want to make that clear. The point of the RaisorBlade reviews is just to be this cruel, mean, cynical asshole, but that's not who I really am in real life. That's just the whole gimmick of the review series itself. RaisorBlade is a character. That's all he's meant to be. A character. He's not who I really am in real life. And I want people to know that. I want people to understand that that all I'm about is just making these fun, entertaining reviews, talking about movies, and, well, the character is being super mean and cynical. At the same time, in real life, yeah, I'll say a movie sucks, but I won't go about and say, oh, this is fucking stupid. Oh, that's fucking awful. Oh, these people are terrible. Like, no, that's not that's not who I am at all. Not in real life, anyway. I'll talk about how bad the movie is in real life, but, the character, like, he's not afraid to say what he needs to say to get his point across. Which leads me to the point I'm trying to make. The movie should be about, the review should be about talking about a movie. And it'd be one thing if it's for, like, one skit here or there where I talk about maybe the creator doing some terrible action or something. But for the whole review to just have these constant jabs and these constant, oh, look what you did, oh, fancy that. Yeah, it's just, it got really tiresome and everything. And it just got really old real fast, and I just really was not happy with the overall product of it. It just, I don't know. I get RaisorBlade's a mean-spirited thing, but I think it just came across as too mean-spirited. Like, it doesn't really offer any, like, it doesn't let up. He just doesn't let up at all. Like, I don't know. I know I wrote the script for it, and I was probably coming from an angry place. Like, as you know, like, I really think Anne really fucked up with the whole critic reaction thing and stuff, and I don't know. Like, when you really think about it, there are plenty of great reviews on YouTube already that talk about it and stuff like that. And there's already a great review from Cynical Reviews that does talk about it. I do heavily recommend you guys check his channel out. He's a really funny guy. But with that being said, I feel like this review kind of missed the point. This review missed the point of our review. And, you know, I just don't want my review of Swiped to end up being my version of Nostalgia Critics The Wall. And if you've seen that video, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it wouldn't have been a musical, but it wouldn't really have been a review, so to speak. And that's not what I wanted at all. So when I finally saw the final product, I was not happy with it. And overall, I just really don't want to release it. So, yeah, I'm just making this video to explain that it's not coming. I'm sorry. I'm just not happy with it. I don't think you guys would like it. And this leads me to something else that I want to talk about. Why I've been changing my style and why I've been experimenting these last couple of months. Like if you guys have noticed, I'm sure you guys have all noticed, ever since the Grinch review, I've been changing my style up drastically. I haven't been using my webcam anymore. I've been trying to be more memey, so to speak. Really, I'm just trying to kind of figure things out right now. I don't want to be the same critic that I've always been, at least not anymore. I don't want to have to be... I just don't want to make nostalgia critic-ish reviews anymore, because honestly, they don't make me happy anymore. They really don't. They, really, I just kind of want to experiment and branch out and be different, so to speak. I don't want to do the same thing with every single review. I feel like that gets repetitive. I feel like that gets really boring and stuff like that. Because when you really think about it, it's like, do you really want to watch the same thing over and over and over again? Like, okay, sure, you can watch it to some extent for a little while, but after like 2 or 3 years of watching this person do the same exact thing over and over and over again, it gets really boring, and eventually it gets really repetitive, and you start losing interest, and I don't want that to happen. I don't want people to lose interest in me. So this is why I've been kind of experimenting and stuff like that. It's not just because I want to. It's because the entire playing field is changing as well on YouTube. Like if you watch a lot of critics on YouTube, you'll find that they do have to change their styles over time. Like again, like when you think about the Nostalgia Critic, it's like he's been like again, he's kind of lost his mojo, so to speak. Like I recently finally decided to unsubscribe from him. Like I made it clear that I still watch his reviews, not because I was trying to like condone or like support him in any real way, but because I was more interested in what he had to say about film and stuff like that. Because like I still was interested in what he had to say about movies, even if I didn't really agree with his handling on the whole like change the channel thing and all that bullshit. Like I really didn't support or condone it, but at the same time I was still curious in what he had to say about films and stuff. So I still watched him, but recently he's not that fun to watch anymore, or that entertaining to watch anymore, so I finally unsubscribed from him recently. I'm just finally like, yeah, the Nostalgia Critic just doesn't give a shit. He just doesn't care anymore about his reviews. He clearly doesn't give a shit anymore. I don't know if it's because he's being forced to make reviews or anything. I feel like you shouldn't be forced to review movies and stuff like that. I mean, I get it's his job and he has to, but it feels like it's become less of a passion thing and more of just work, just a job, so to speak. And that sucks, because I did really like his stuff before, but I think somewhere like I think it was around 2017. That's really where he started losing his mojo. And I know some people argue saying, "Oh, what mojo?" But regardless of that, it's the same for a lot of critics. And there's a lot of critics nowadays, like brand new critics that showed up recently, like Steve Reviews, Cynical Reviews, and everything. Scaphilas Production. I don't know how to say the name. I'm sorry. Like they've all kind of started coming out of nowhere, and they all started changing up the battleground and stuff like that. Like, because I think that's how it should be. That's how it's expected to be. Like these newcomers are going to come in and they're going to change things up. They're going to change how the game is played, and I think it's important to take influence from newcomers, because if newcomers can come in and change everything, because these guys, they can come out of nowhere and then suddenly get like hundreds of thousands of subscribers instantly. Not saying I'm doing this for subscribers or anything like that. I'm not. It's because, again, this is something I really like to do and stuff. And again, I think it's important we take influence from the newcomers, because clearly they have something, they're doing something that is working. Like, again, these newcomers are coming in, they're getting tons and tons of views, and people watch them. People come back to watch them. And I think that's important to know, because I think the reason why people are going to see these new guys is because, well, they're new. They're doing something completely different. Again, it's not just another, oh, he's doing like the Nostalgia Critic, or he sounds like the Nostalgia Critic. No, like Steve Reviews has his own way of reviewing movies. Cynical Reviews has his own way of reviewing movies. You see what I'm saying? Like, every critic has their own identity now. And me, I feel like I'm just a guy that sounds like the Nostalgia Critic. I've had comments of people telling me I sound like the Nostalgia Critic, and like at first that really isn't that big of a deal, but when you really think about it, it kind of is when you're just copying someone else's shtick. And I know that's kind of funny to say, because I've kind of been copying those other critics and stuff like that. Like someone compared to me Scaphilas's productions, or I don't know how to say the word. I'm sorry, it's a weird word. Like, and yeah, I get it. I kind of copied him in a bit. Didn't mean to. That wasn't the intention. But I know that's how it came across. But I was taking influence. I won't deny that. I was taking influence from him. But like I said, this is kind of why I've been changing my style up for the last couple of months. Like with the last couple of reviews and everything like that. I've stopped using my webcam and stuff. And I kind of want to focus primarily on my webcam with my How Would I Fix series, as opposed to my RaisorBlade review series. Because, again, I just don't really find the Nostalgia Critic-ish style really fun to make anymore. I really just don't. I do want to change, I want to evolve, and I want to kind of shake things up a bit, so to speak. Because making the same thing over and over again, it gets really boring, really repetitive, and just kind of ruins it for me. And I know that not everyone's going to be on board with change. That's just expected, but I'm making this video to kind of help emphasize and try to help understand where I'm coming from when it comes to these changes and stuff like that. I understand it's been kind of strange and everything, but this has been a very odd year for me, a very hard year for me entirely. So I kind of want to figure things out. And I want to make my mark out there. And I don't want my mark to look like someone else's. I want my mark to be my own definitive mark. I want people to recognize RaisorBlade for me. I don't want people to compare RaisorBlade to Nostalgia Critic anymore. I don't want people to compare RaisorBlade to Scaphilas's productions anymore. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the word. It's a weird word. I'm sorry. I want RaisorBlade to have his own unique identity. I want to leave my own personal mark on the world. And I want to try and make the world a better place by entertaining people and making people happy with my videos. Whatever it may be. Like, I don't even want this channel to be just strictly a review channel, really. I mean, like if you saw a few months ago, I posted a vacation video that I made with me and my family and stuff. It's just some random little 3 or 4 minute video with me and my family. Like, I want to be able to upload that kind of stuff on my channel too, and not have anyone bitch about it. Not that anyone bitched about it. No, nobody bitched about the vacation video. But like, I want to be able to upload. Basically, I want to upload whatever I want on this channel, and nobody get mad about it, because it's my channel. It's YouTube. It's my YouTube channel. I can YouTube whatever I want on my YouTube channel, so to speak. I'm not calling anyone out when I say that. It's just, I want this channel to have its own identity. I want my channel to have my own identity. I want myself to have my own identity. Excuse me. It's just the way things are, really. That's just how it is. That's how everything is. And, like, I'm trying to explain it the best way I can. But that's just the way it is. I mean, I do want to try and make you guys happy, and I know I've been trying to ease you guys into the change a bit. Like, I've been asking you guys, like, do you guys prefer the webcam or not? And, you know, a lot of you said yes, but at the same time, I'm really not a fan of using the webcam that much anymore. I mean, I'll still use it, especially for my how would I fixes, but at the same time, I kind of found the other reviews, like how I reviewed The Grinch and how I reviewed Brother Bear 2, way more fun and way easier to do. Honestly, I found those videos way more fun to do, in my opinion. So I'm probably going to stick to that from now on, you know, where I probably won't use the webcam as much. I'll probably use the webcam a little bit in my reviews from this point on, but I just want to let you guys know I'm not going to be like Nostalgia Critic anymore. I want to change my style. I want to change RaisorBlade as a whole. And I want you guys to stick with me through that, because you guys have been absolutely awesome. We've grown so much in the last year. We hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2018, and we've already reached 1,500 subscribers by this year, by October. Like, that's absolutely insane. We've grown 500 subscribers in less than a year, which is insane. It took so long to get to 1,000, and now we've jumped 0.5 that number, and we'll probably hit 1,600 by the end of the year at least, which is insane. I cannot believe how high we've grown so far. It's incredible. And I want you guys to stay with me on that. Now, again, I can't force you guys to stay with me. If you guys don't like the change, then that's perfectly fine. You're entitled to your own opinion and stuff like that. But I really do hope you guys stick with me on this. I really hope you guys understand where I'm coming from, and I hope you guys are willing to open your minds to the change, because this is something that needs to happen. I also hope to dedicate myself more to YouTube than I have been for the last couple of months. Like, usually you only get like 1 or 2 reviews a month. I kind of want to try and make a schedule about it, but at the same time, I don't want to force myself to review movies or anything like that. Like, I'm not going to try and like force myself to do something I don't want to do, because I tried that with the Land for Time series, and the later reviews really didn't work out as well. But we'll see what happens. So, you know, we'll see what happens. I'm still going to review all the Disney sequels, though. Okay, maybe not every Disney sequel. I don't think I'm going to review every last Disney sequel ever, but I'm going to review the worst. I will probably review the worst one so far. I've already reviewed a few so far. And I do have a few on my mind that I do want to talk about. I also have an idea for what I want to talk about for Halloween this year and for Christmas. So that's cool. I also have a Thanksgiving movie planned. I know what I'm reviewing for Thanksgiving. Don't ask yet, because it's going to be a surprise. As for that, so with that being said, that's all I got to say. I just wanted to kind of want to get my thoughts out there to help explain everything, like where's the swiped review and what's going on and everything. Just wanted to make this clear. I hope you guys do understand. And if you guys do have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below. I'll try to answer them the best I can. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate you all sticking with me throughout all these years. It really does mean the world to me, and I'm not stopping. I'm never going to try and stop as long as I live. I'll have to die before I stop YouTube. But I can't promise things will stay the same forever. In fact, in about 2 or 3 years, I'll probably want to change my style once again. But that's just the way. That's just how the game's played. Sometimes you have to change your tactics, and I really hope you guys do understand. And I still hope that, regardless of how the tactics are played, I still make good stuff for you guys. That's all that really matters to me. But at the same time, what matters to me is that I'm happy with what I make. I wasn't happy with the swipe review, and I don't think you guys would have been happy with it either. So let's hope that for the next review, which will be coming out soon, hopefully, you guys will be happy with that too. So thanks for sticking with me. Hope you guys understand. Thank you guys so much, and as always, Rock on.